Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of In My Voice Pod. I'm your host, Royal Ali. You know what it is, you know the vibes, period. Welcome back to another episode, guys. Do you guys like my episode 11, the comeback episode? I thought it was a pretty good episode. Y'all didn't comment though, but it's okay. I look different. I look dressed up today. Let me show you guys. Oh, for the people that are listening, which I did doubt people are listening, I'm dressed up because I'm going for a friend's birthday after this. So I was just like, let me just get ready early so I can come do the pod, and then I'm going for a friend's birthday. And this is how you know I'm dedicated, because also I'm not feeling my best, so I'm just like but I'm dedicated. I'm not thinking about my mood. I'm not going with my mood. I'm just gonna go with what I want to achieve for this pod, and that's why I'm still here. I'm still here doing it. I was gonna be like, I'm not doing it this week, but I was like, I just came back and you're just not gonna do another episode 1 week? Like, that's crazy. So I'm here. How am I feeling? I'm feeling okay. Work is alright, like nothing crazy has happened this week. Work is alright. Mentally, I don't know, but I'm not gonna share with you guys because you are not encouraging me to share, so but I'm okay. But yeah, how are you, Mr. D?
I'm okay.
What have you been up to this week?
Same as always.
Just school? Yeah, same, just working. Did anything happen crazy this week? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I have a couple busy weeks coming up. So today is Saturday, July 26th. It's my first birthday. The next weekend is Caravana, and then one of my favorite podcasts, Iswiz, is coming to Toronto, so I'm going for that. So if you guys are going, let me know in the comments. Let me know. And then just the whole Caribbean weekend's gonna be fun, so hopefully that'll be fun. But yeah, even new hair, because last episode I had braids. I took it out and I have a new hair. I did this by myself. Follow me on TikTok if you want to see how I did it. Royal Awi, you know the vibes. Royal Awi everywhere, or In My Voice Pod everywhere. So if you want to find me, you can easily find me. It's just y'all are not trying to find me. But yeah, and this might be a shorter episode just because honestly nothing was going on in the world this week, I don't think, that I want to talk about, at least because I don't have anything for my what's tea really, but I don't know. But yeah, anyways, all kind of trending, but like, so what's her name? Cardi B took her children to Dominican Republic, and basically they're like I think it's Cardi B's grandparents actually are like telling them to mop and do all these certain things that obviously, because they're stars and their parents are rich, they wouldn't have done that in regular life, but like they're doing that in the Dominican Republic. So my question to y'all, and like I'm gonna answer it as well, is like, would you let your parents discipline your kids when you have kids, or if you have kids? So Mr. D, what's your answer to that? Would you let your parents discipline your kids?
Yeah, maybe.
What does maybe mean?
Because it depends. It takes a village at the end of the day, right? And your parents are the ones that raised you. Yeah, there's certain things you might not like that they did. Obviously, you can always voice that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they should be able to understand and know what's right from wrong, and be able to educate your child as well.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think at the end of the day, it's like, do you trust your parents' parenting? Obviously, there's some things that, like Mr. D said, that I wouldn't necessarily want to pass on to my children. But for the most part, I think my parents, did a good job in parenting us and like disciplining us. So I think, I don't really, I don't think I'll have a problem with my parents disciplining my children. Like, I don't really necessarily care about that. Obviously, there's some things that like I don't want them to do, like don't beat them because they broke a plate. I don't like that. Like, I just feel like, especially if like they're below anyways, let me know my thoughts. But yeah, I don't beat them because they broke a plate. Like, that's them being children, and then that's them obviously understanding what things are right and wrong. But I don't think I'll have any problem with that.
Let's be honest though.
What?
When your parents become grandparents, you're not touching the grandchildren like that.
Why?
Because grandparents love grandchildren.
I mean, that's the thing. I would never know because my parents are not grandparents yet, so I would never know if they would change. But I do agree though, like,
change. They will change.
That's what I'm saying. I do find, like, because obviously now with my mom and kind of my dad, I'm trying with my dad, but with my mom, we're kind of friends now more than parents. Mom and, like, obviously she's still my mom, but she's my friend now. Like, I can talk to her. Even, oh my god, before I came on this pod, I spoke to my mom about something and how I was feeling for something else, and I was just thinking, I was just like, oh my god, we've come a long way. Like, who would have thought we would have been here, me talking to you about my problems? Like, who would have thought? But it's so funny because, like, she was probably giving me advice that I was like, oh, this is like very, because like, at least for me, I'm Nigerian parents give advice and you're like, I've never taken this advice from you, because the way you think is very different from what I think now. And obviously it's not, again, being an adult, you kind of sift through the advice they give you, but the one my mom gave me, I was just like, I'm actually gonna take this. Like, this is, yeah, you my girl. But yeah, no, but again, because of the relationship I have with my mom is very, very soft. So I just know that, like, when I have kids or any of my siblings have kids or even when she's a grandparent, like, she's still strict, don't get it twisted, but I think my mom is very much like, I've been waiting for these grandchildren for so long. I'm like, she's not gonna, like, discipline them as much as I think she's going to, because also she's older and stuff. So what about you? Do you think your parents are gonna be as, first of all, were your parents strict with you when you were growing up? Mr. D says they were, but I don't believe they were, but he says they were.
Listen,
maybe his dad, actually, I don't know.
Listen, my sisters and only the next youngest knows how my parents were. I mean, my dad my dad.
I was gonna say,
my youngest brother, knows how my mom was as well, but my sisters don't, because it's obviously different moms. But, like, all of us agree, our dad was a military sergeant. He was a commander.
I think, okay, and the thing about it is, like, we're obviously Mr. D is a guy and I'm a girl, so I think it's very different, because the way I see his parents disciplines, because obviously he has only brothers in the same house. That's what I mean. And I think his level of strict is very different from my level of strict.
Listen, you guys, you don't understand it. You see, the thing is, you're seeing my parents now. You're seeing
okay,
them
but
now.
The thing about it,
when I've grown up.
Okay, that's true.
What are they going to tell
understand,
me?
But the thing about it, you've seen my parents as well. But you can imagine how strict, just from the stories I've told them. Mrs. Judy's story is like, oh, I couldn't stay out late.
I can't stay out late. I have to.
You had a phone, no?
Do you know when I got a phone?
Grade 9, you told me.
Bro, that dinky ass phone was only because I had practice after school. I needed to call them to come pick me up.
Okay, guys, let's judge our high school experience. Whose parents were more strict, or who would you consider strict, right? So say your high school.
You can start first.
Okay, I'll say mine first. Who would you guys consider strict parents? Okay, obviously I moved here. Even before I moved here. But let's just talk about Canada, because we're in the same country, right? I moved here when I was 13. I didn't have a phone.
Okay.
Up until grade 11, I think. Yeah, grade 11 for me. Grade 12 for Kai, I think. Yeah. I didn't have a phone till grade 11. I couldn't go anywhere, really. Like, I couldn't stay out maybe past, like, 7 p.m. Parties were no. Sleepovers were no. Like, I never have, like, in high school at least, not in uni. In high school, I could not sleep over in anybody's house. Okay. And the caveat here is that my parents did not actually live in Canada. So think of how strict they are. They didn't live in Canada, but I had to follow those rules. What else? I had to go to the library every Saturday to study for at least 2 hours. What else? I'm not gonna say some stuff because you people think my parents are crazy. Because I'm not gonna say it, but let's just stop there. Okay, what were your rules at your house? Because you were in high school, I'll just stick with high school too. Okay, yeah, that's mind you. In high school, I was playing sports, so I was allowed to obviously stay out later because I was at practice. If I wasn't at practice, I'll be home. I was never allowed to go to no parties. Oh, sorry, another thing, we didn't have any like fancy like games and stuff. You had a PS something, no? That I had to share, but like that's different. I'm telling you right now, if all like you and your siblings all come together and want one thing, they will get it. Me and my siblings came together. We wanted one thing and we got it. We fought for it and we all had to share it. Okay. That's the difference. Okay. So that's why we had something to play with at home inside. Sorry. If we didn't, none of us is ever getting anything. What's it called? But yeah, what was I? You playing basketball, you can stay out later. Yeah, because I was playing basketball, I can stay out later because I had practice. After practice, I'll come home. I'll do my schoolwork
for like 3 hours. He had a minimum of 3 hours. You actually have to sit down, steady, no TV, no nothing. Like sit down 3 hours and steady. That was his minimum. If you go above that, that's great. He's happy. But minimum, you have to sit on that. You have to sit in that chair for 3 hours. Even if you've done all your schoolwork, he says he doesn't care. Read ahead of the next chapters, and then when you go to school and they teach the next chapter, you know what the teacher is talking about.
What grades were you bringing back home?
A's.
Not just you.
A's. All my brothers. They were bringing when he was a drill sergeant. They were bringing A's. Me, I was an A student.
Okay, that's fair. What else did my parents? Oh, we had to like read books during summer holidays and stuff. What else was pretty strict? I'm just like, yo, let me breathe. I wasn't. Yeah, like I can't think of any outside of makeup and stuff like that's more my mom, not really my dad, or like my parents in general. And like we couldn't bring. We couldn't bring back certain grades. Honestly, anything less than an A was not a no. Like why? Like it's no. Which is me and my sister didn't do. Go ahead.
No, I think my biggest thing is that is true. Anything less than an A was a no, and I think also like if you weren't on the honor roll as well, that's like what are you doing kind of thing.
I don't think my parents knew what honor roll.
And the threat was always you're getting shipped. You're getting sent back every single time. But then I think once you obviously get to uni, like he's like, okay, you're in uni, you're doing uni, at least you're gonna get a degree. His thing, we had to get to uni. If we didn't get to uni,
see the difference?
No, but his thing is we had to get to uni, and then after obviously they realized like, okay, this boy is actually going to get to uni, whatever.
Yeah.
Then his thing is okay now, like he needs to do a master's.
I want to say something. I don't want to say it on the pod, so I'm actually just gonna let it go. But yeah, you guys let me know what which one you guys think is more strict, or who do you think had the more strict parent? Obviously, you don't know every single intricacy. That's fine, but I just want to know because I still think
guys, listen,
that if Mr. D was in my household, he would know. Like he would know what strict is. But yeah, I feel like some things again I will take from my parents and some things I would not. I think for the most part the whole education thing I will, just because honestly because I've been through, I'm like, you can get it too. I know your parents be, oh, I got A's, but I did, so you can, like, there's nothing stopping you from being able to like do well in school and stuff. So I think the education part of it I'm definitely taking from my parents for the most part, not every single thing, but for the most part I am. What else would I take from my parents? The sleepover thing now, because now obviously I'm an adult. I'm taking that as well. My children will not be allowed to sleep over at anybody's house except for my siblings, and like obviously my husband's siblings if they want. But like anybody else, even like, because you know how like you're growing up with your friends right now. Personally, it really depends on how they choose to parent. I'm not saying they're bad people, but it depends on how they choose to parent their children, and if I want them there. But at the end of the day, like if you know my siblings' household, very unlikely that they're gonna be sleeping over at your house. Very unlikely. But yeah, what else? I can't think of anything else. But yeah, let me know, guys. Would you? And also for people that are immigrants as well, would you like? Because I know some people be like, oh, they will send them back to like Ghana or like Nigeria, for example. Do you think that's something you're gonna do?
No. Why would I send them back?
Why?
Why would I send them?
Because you don't know your country. That's why you don't know anything.
That's not the reason. Okay, that's actually not the reason.
What's the reason?
What's the why would I send them?
Because people say that they will get that like discipline and like that African like.
Why can't I?
Because you're working.
Why can't I show them that here?
Because the system here is more like, oh, let them be children, and like they yell at their teachers, and that's fine. They're just a trouble. Like,
see,
very
one thing I was, at least before they were mellowed out. One thing I was raised in is inside this household, we're not in Canada. We're in Ghana. So for them they also realize we're not in Canada when they're inside my house.
Yeah,
wherever they are, Ghana.
But yeah, no, same. I agree. I'm not taking my children back to Nigeria just because, again, I went to secondary school in Nigeria as well, and I really don't think they need to experience that to have a certain type of discipline. I really don't think you need to go to boarding school to have that certain type of discipline. Like, it's not needed. And Nigeria personally just makes, even the school system makes things harder than they need to be. Like, they just, I don't know. Even like back, because I was reading something on Twitter, and Nigerian university had this certain rules for like university students. Like, they cannot wear a skirt, they cannot do certain color braids, boys cannot braid their hair, and it's like, these people are like in their 20s. Like, why are you controlling what they like? That's stuff like that. Like, Nigerian system and the school system doesn't allow you to be an adult, even from like, and I'm not saying a 15-year-old is an adult, but just like the way things are done, I just don't like it, and I don't think I want my children to experience. Like, you don't need us to be disciplined. Oh, my children are going to be very disciplined and very like, you know, but I'm not. I don't think I could send them back for holidays. Exactly, to visit and to know where they come from, because at the end of the day, they do come from like Nigeria and wherever.
How would you educate them onto like where they come from?
To teaching them about like maybe just spending time with my parents.
Because you said to visit,
and, like,
obviously.
Visiting, yeah.
Because like tourist visits.
No, visit means like they're just gonna stay in my parents' house and live there for the summer holidays or something, and maybe even take some classes there as well, just to like know the Nigerian culture. But they're not schooling, but they're just there for 2 months. You know what I mean? While me and my husband travel around the world. They will be stuck with their grandparents. I say, take them for 2 months. I'm gonna see you guys in September. But yeah, because I do think that's another thing, guys. Oh my gosh, our Nigerian language is dying. I'm from. Actually, let me not give you where I'm from. It's getting too much information.
Where are you from?
I'm Nigerian, but I'm not gonna tell you guys the state I'm from because where I'm from, because too much info. Don't try to, But I just feel like a lot of people in our generation, they'll be saying, oh, I understand my language, but they can never speak it. And it's like, okay, but how you understand doesn't change anything. You cannot give that to your children. You cannot like transfer you understanding it to your children. And it's actually making me sad, because it's like, because where I'm from is a pretty small region. I won't say state, because state is not small, but where I'm specifically from is small, and the language is not like, it's one of the smallest ones. It's not like a huge popular language, right? So I just find it sad that like when I have children, because none of my siblings speak our language. Like my eldest sister understands, but again, how is that helping her children? Because okay, you understand, but it's like that's not really helping. And another thing that like sucks, because I think for people that understand can speak their language, is because most likely they were their grandparents, right? And their grandparents didn't speak English, so they had to understand whatever language that was. I didn't have that. Like my grandparents were never really around when I was growing up. That's one. They're passed away now. Two, my children's grandparents, which is my parents, they understand English. So I think because they know English, they wouldn't have the patience to only speak my language, because they were just like moved. And that's kind of how it happened with us, because let's just say my mom and dad didn't know English. I obviously would have understood my language, right? But because they both are educated and know English, it's like, please, I don't have time to be saying, oh, this means, they just go switch to English. And it's like, my worry is that when I have grandchildren, they will do the exact same thing and they will never learn their language. And it just dies there. Like it literally dies with my parents and like their generation. And it's like, and it's just, to me, it's just sad, because all my children can say is they're Nigerian. And obviously I get it, because that's for the most part all I can say. But at least for me, I had people around me speaking it, so I kind of knew exactly where I was from. And I've gone to my village and stuff. But like I feel like my children, for the most part, let's be real, they're gonna grow up in the Western world. None of my family lives here, so they're not really gonna have people that speak my language around them. They're literally just gonna be like, oh yeah, my parents are Nigerian and whatever. That's it. That's making me really sad. What do you think about that? Do you understand? Where are you from, Mr. D? I already said you're from Ghana.
Yeah.
Do you understand what language do you guys speak?
There's numerous languages.
Okay, this one. Do you want you?
Tree.
Okay. Do you speak it?
A little bit.
Cap.
It's not cap.
Say something now.
At the saying.
No, that's easy. That's just easy. Greeting. Me, so I can say greeting.
Okay, so what would you like me to say?
I don't know. Say a complex sentence. Since you want to see, you understand, you can speak it. Say a complex sentence. Okay, say the waiter is bringing me the water from the kitchen. Say that.
Wow, this is really
exactly. That's why I said not a greeting, not a bring me water, not a complex sentence.
Wait a brem. Hey, child.
Exactly.
No. I gotta do this. Exactly, what are you trying to do? That? What are you trying to do, bro? What are you trying
guys,
to Listen.
All this I can't. I know how to speak it. You only know.
No, but like cause I actually do speak it. It's just like I don't. Like,
you don't speak it.
No, because you have to. For me, anyways, I have to switch my brain to like. My brain's not there. My brain's on English.
Okay, so switch it. I'm confused.
Hold on. Okay. Wait, yeah.
You don't know. I'm not wasting time on this.
I do know.
Okay, so then say
because obviously you gotta say waiter. The waiter.
I'm sure there's a word for waiter.
I don't know the word for
exactly.
Waiter. You gotta bruffalize it. Basically, say waiter. Waiter, abre nsiona mami.
Oh my God, yes. Let me know if that's true, because I would never actually know if you sound the truth. Say it again so that I can catch it in the clip.
Me say waiter na abre nsiona mami.
Which means, translate it.
I said the waiter has brought water for me.
That's not what I told you to translate.
I know.
You don't know what kitchen. What's kitchen?
I would have bruffalized that one too. Waiter, I call kitchen na bread and
people in Ghana that speak, they're not bruffalizing that.
Listen.
That's my point.
Listen. When I speak to my parents, they also bruffalize things.
But I'm sure your parents, if they were in Ghana,
they probably know. They probably.
That.
I bet you they will.
No, but like if they're speaking to like someone that understands you, not you, because they know like obviously you know English and
I've heard them talk to people. Even if someone's in the kitchen or for example, my dad will come to the house. He call my mom. It's like, we're here. My mom said, "Me, we're kitchen."
I'm not saying she's not doing that, but because she's obviously lived here for a long time. But I'm assuming they didn't grow up like that. They grew up with speaking most of the words in.
You know what?
Tree.
I will find out what the word for kitchen is.
Yeah, that's what my point. Like my point is, even if your parents can make it English now, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they know the language regardless. So if they're speaking to someone that's native from Ghana, they would be able to understand it.
And I'm trying to tell you, if I go to Ghana, I'm like, something in the kitchen, whatever. They will understand what kitchen. They'll know what kitchen is.
Okay, you're not getting what I'm saying. Because I'm not arguing. Because I'm just saying, I never said they wouldn't know what a kitchen is. But my point is, you mixing with English, I don't think that's the best way to teach someone else, because they're not gonna ever know the words. That's my point. Fair. That's my point. They're never gonna know certain words in Tribas if they live back home. Yes, or you know English, but you also really know this language as well, so you can mix both of them. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, if you're not native to that, it's like French. Like obviously, you can mix in French and English, but it's like there's specific words for specific, and people that are living in France know those things. That's my point.
But there's also like, for example, there's also different languages in the world where like there's not certain words that is in English. There's not a word for that in that language. So
I know, but I don't think that. But you're not getting. But those things is like more of like they will say the place where food is made. Yes, the kitchen. But kitchen is the word for kitchen is not there. But there's a way to say the place where food is made. I'm 100% about that. That's how you describe a kitchen, right? Okay. So my point is the same thing, like in my language as well. It's not like there's a word for every single thing, but you can describe and the person will know what they mean.
Well, you told me to say it in Tree. I said it in Tringlish.
Exactly, Tringlish, which is
Tringlish.
Like, anyways, but I mean, I guess you know more than me. I would not be able to say that sentence in my language. Like, I don't know my language at all, which is making me sad, because it's like...
Listen, for my Ghanaians, don't come for me, man. It took me a while.
No one's watching this.
Think about it.
But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what's the solution, like, because people are like, you can start learning now. Well, my personal language is kind of hard because people are like, there's resources and stuff, but it's like my language is small. Like, where am I gonna find that resource? Like, obviously Yoruba, Igbo and stuff, great, if you have that resource all around and like there's people that are teaching that. So if you're Yoruba, Igbo, I expect you to kind of know that, or like not know Igbo, but like more like, if you want to learn it, you can find it. Whereas for me, where I'm from, it's not necessarily as popular. So those resources are not there. And the only resource I have is my family, my parents. But it's like, they don't live here. So it's like, how am I going to learn it? Like, I don't really know how that's going to... And I'm sure Tree as well, there's reasons, because Tree is pretty popular. I'm sure there's resources around that can help you learn it. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen some stuff on TikTok. So I'm just like, that as well, you can brush up and get better in your Tree because you have that.
So it's not on TikTok for you?
Search up my language right now, bro.
Yes, basic greetings in some Nigerian languages. And this video is for you.
Let me see.
Hi guys, welcome back to our TikTok. And yeah, I'm still based all of us, and today we're going to be learning language fast. Yes.
See TikTok.
The tribe, and it's from Rivers State. So
see TikTok.
Wait, let me see if she actually has a whole thing, like a class and everything.
Of the language.
I'll come back to her video. So maybe there is stuff and I haven't looked, but
and this is going to be a book.
Yeah, maybe there is, but yeah, it's just kind of like sad because like, guys, our children are just gonna be, they're gonna say our parents are from Nigeria. They're not even gonna claim Nigeria. They're just gonna speak. Honestly, I don't, like, I care, but I don't care, because honestly, that country, Nigeria just makes me sad every time I think about it. But yeah, anyways, also I was watching the Nigerian show To Kill a Monkey. I finished that yesterday, I think. I finished the show, and then we give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as I thought everyone was saying. I don't know, like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great. I don't really have thoughts about it. I'm just like, yeah, typical Nigerian, like, action thing. It's like, oh, there's a bad. It was just I. Yeah.
Did the family basically die? Like, did it happen?
He killed his friend.
The tech guy killed.
What do they call this? Spoiler, sorry.
Spoiler alert.
The tech guy killed the one that was in the business. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And then he took over the business?
No, he got arrested.
The tech guy got arrested?
So basically he ended up in jail, yeah.
And what happened to his family? They lost everything?
No, the wife got a divorce.
And she took everything?
She took everything else. What do you want to say about women? I know you want to say something about women.
No.
Oh, actually, let's bring up the topic. So the whole premise of the show was that, like, he was really poor. So there's this character called Effie. He was really poor. Obviously, you know when men are poor and they have. First of all, anyways, let me not say. Actually, I'm gonna say I don't give a damn. Why are you poor and you're having children? I don't know if this is controversial, but seriously, like, if you know that you cannot take care of these children, why are you having them? Like, anyways, but that's a whole different topic. But
before you move on, do you think it wasn't on purpose?
Okay, actually, let me premise that I'm saying in this country, like in a Western country, because I was gonna say abortions can be expensive. They don't have money. So yes, in Nigeria, I understand that, but this is just a general, more in a Western world. Sorry, guys, Western world, because I do understand in Nigeria and other countries that obviously the system is kind of corrupt. It will be hard, right, to get those safe ways to not have that child. But I'm talking about the Western world. If you know that you are broke and you really cannot have this child, girl, please, like, I don't know. But anyway, the premise of the show was F.A., who was the main character, he was poor and had a family. He had an older daughter and twins. And obviously, being a family man, I guess, he really wanted to provide for his family. And there was pressure from, obviously, his wife's mom, to be like, you need to be a man and provide and provide and provide. So he ended up obviously in the wrong crowd and basically doing bad stuff, basically, to provide for. He ended up being very rich, but bad things were happening out of what he did. And obviously at this point his wife was basically blaming that he caused all of this, and like he's basically the cause of why they're going through these bad things, right? And I think I was trying to understand the wife's point, because people will be like, oh, but the wife pushed him to provide and da. And if you saw the premise of it, things were just not working out for him. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you think the wife is like to blame, in the sense of like, it's not only his fault, it's kind of both your guys' fault for being in this? Because the wife didn't complain when he was doing all this bad stuff. It's just when this bad stuff started happening to them, it's like, oh my gosh, it's your fault and you're not protecting this family and you're not doing this, certain things, and da.
First things first, when he told the wife that obviously this is what he's going to be doing and this is who he's working with, and basically the wife made the assumption that it's something bad, and she said, oh no, like, let's not do it, da. And he said, it would be like, we won't do it for long, it's quick in and out.
That's what he was kind of basically explains as well. There's going to be not for a long time, but it ended up being for a long time. The wife too, you've now realized that it's been a long time. You're not going to tell him, hey, I think we're okay now, let's. But I didn't. Sorry, Mr. D. Man, how much can I tell you is okay and you're gonna stop?
I mean, to be fair,
especially if now, because he knows where he came from. He knows how poor he was, and he's like, I'm finally being able to provide for you guys. You're telling me to stop?
If he's somebody, okay, I'm not gonna say I don't understand where he came from. Like, the cards are stacked against you, basically. Cards are stacked against you. You have no way of providing for your family. You gotta do what you gotta do for your family. I get that. But for me, once you start getting money, right? If it's good money, cool. Now you have to turn that bad money, sorry. If it's bad, like it's like bad money. You have to turn that bad money into good money, and that's the good money that you have to save and as your contingency for when you leave, you still can provide for that lifestyle.
But how many shows have we seen that they're never able to leave? If they want to leave, they die.
You gotta plan ahead. You have a contingency. Look at Ghost from Power. He had a plan to leave. His wife didn't let him, but he had a plan to leave.
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta plan. He had 4 years.
Yeah,
that's a time skip.
Yeah, it was 4 years.
He had 4 years.
Yeah,
where he could have obviously made some great money for himself and his family, and also planned the way how he was going to leave and still be able to use that money to provide for himself and his family.
I just feel like it's kind of hard to say he was like, oh, he can just leave. I don't know.
My thing is,
how?
He ended up killing his friend at the end of the day, no?
So that was the only way to kill somebody.
But he still ended up killing him at the end of the day, right?
But that's my point.
If all roads eventually lead, if after thinking about it and starting to plan, if all roads eventually lead to obviously killing the person, right? I would still try not to do that, but that would be the final plan at the end of the day, and still have a plan set.
So it's just, anyways, I mean, I get what you're saying. I think at the end of the day, it's just like, where you planning to leave this life, that's one, and you just have to do what you have to do, because you're already doing it anyway.
He came to him and said, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready for everything that's comes with it.
But maybe not in this show, like not Basta, but just in general, just how like men can get to have certain pressures to actually. Do you think you have that pressure to be able to provide? Like, you need to be able to, obviously when you have a wife and that, you need to be the one to be able to provide and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, every man does.
Yeah, I don't think every man does.
No. Every man does. Really? It's just they choose whether to accept it or not. Because think about it. The pressure doesn't only come from your wife and your family. Yeah. It comes from society as well. Because society tells you as a man, right, you have to be the provider. You have to be the one that does everything.
Okay, my controversial topic is every gender has their own pressure. So how can I say this without... I just want to say that, yes, there's pressure, but it's like, that's all you guys have to do.
That's all.
And women have their own pressure as well, and that's what they would have to do.
Okay, I get that. But like, for example, okay, tell me a woman pressure, because I've told you that men have to like be
able to provide, to make sure your home is okay. That's a pressure, because if anything happens to your children, the first thing everyone does is look at the mom. The mom didn't do this, the mom didn't do that. So you have the pressure to obviously first of all have children. Like whenever, like at a certain point, it's like, oh my gosh, you don't have a kid, you don't have a kid, and that's horrible. And then also when you do have those kids, it's making sure that like whatever happens in this house is because of the women, whether the man is present dad, that's amazing. But let's be real, in society, it's like if the daughter is pregnant, the mom was not this, the mom was not, like, my point is the home and the pressure of the home is on the woman. I think so. But you might say otherwise, but I very much think so that society will blame the woman first before they blame the man or the dad, whatever.
But anyways, what I wanted to say was men go out into the world, they get beat up by the world, right?
How? Well, people say it's a man's world, so how do they get beaten up by the man?
Bro, I see this narrative of it's a man's world is false. I don't know what people keep saying.
Why do you think it's false?
Every man knows it's not a man's world.
So whose world is it?
It's actually a woman's world.
Why? Give me an example.
It's actually a woman's world.
Give me an example.
You guys dictate how men interact and behave.
I disagree. I don't think so.
No, you do.
How?
For example, let's take I don't want to say the beauty standard, but like we're not gonna take
can I just jump in here? I think why I find this conversation kind of irritating when I have a man, because a lot of them are just talking about stuff that they can just say no to. They can just be like, is it the whole pain stuff, and like you dictate how you can say no to that. You can just not participate in that and just be like, and my thing is that I understand society says certain thing, but like there's always a woman for a man. Unless I'm just being very honest. If the man wants to find somebody, they can. Like, it's never. It might be hard, and you might be like, oh, I don't really like this. So if you're picky, that's fine. But my point is, if you wanted to settle down, you can. There's always a woman for you, for the most part. And my thing is that if you don't, those things are very, to me, trivial, right? That's just to me. Again, you guys can disagree. Up to you guys. But those things are very trivial. When people say it's a man's world, you guys don't have to stop your career for anything. keep going. Like nothing is stopping your career. Women have to take a pause, and to even come back is how many female CEOs do you know? Even just like where I work, how many female partners are there? Not a lot. So it's like for you to say it's not a man's world is it kind of is. Like, and let's be, the world is money. So it's like, where can women be able to say anything, except from social media? And like, women are like, oh my God, man. Yes, but it's like, you can literally close your phone and not listen to that. So how is it a woman's world? Tell me.
Okay, so you're talking about...
Like, I'm talking about things that actually matter in life. That's what people, I think people are mean, it's a man's world.
So money, basically.
That, it makes, without money, what is it? Like, you cannot do anything without money.
I don't know, but
okay, so tell me how you think it's a woman's world.
I just think obviously
that has nothing to do with dating.
That has nothing to do with dating.
Nothing to do with dating.
Well, obviously we've come a long way from like women's rights and everything like that, and I'm very much happy to know that like people continue to fight for it. But I feel like obviously the policies keep changing, right, with women in mind, more and more in mind, obviously, and just like looking at the trajectory of how things are, obviously things are going within like these policies, and I really like right now, like I guess it's a women's world, but like it's, I won't say 50-50.
But how? You're just saying what part? Like exactly is what's a woman's world? That's my point. Like what? Give me an example.
See, I don't have a good example.
You guys let me know.
Okay, I don't have an example, but I'm just from like, I don't even know how to bring up the things I see, because like it's just how like,
because it's dating. That's literally, everything is about dating. That's what you're seeing.
It's not okay,
just, so tell me something that's just, not dating.
But I don't think it's just dating.
Okay, so tell me. That's what I'm saying. Tell me.
I don't think it's just dating. Like I've seen like there's a lot of ambitious women now, obviously. No, but like I'm talking about.
Are there not a lot of ambitious men?
They are. But from what I see, like women go to be women, at least
because
at least in the black population, women go to the universities more. Women graduate
because they want. No, that's very different, because it's not like people are just accepting, because women are working. That is a fact. Women are working harder. Like they're passing these exams more than men. So it's like, duh, they're gonna accept more of us. It's not like they're picking. There's a man that's like the same as women. They're just picking the woman. That's not the case though. Men are just not. They're just not wanting to go to university. They want to do other things, or they're just not passing the exams to go to university. So what do you want to pick a man that's not passing the exam?
No, obviously.
Because I do agree with you. Women are what's the word? It seems like women are the ones going more to university and stuff like that. I do agree with you, but that's not because it's a woman's world. It's because women are like, we can do this too. We're gonna do and get the grades that we need to get there. So my thing is that because mine is not an equal fight. Because if it's a man that's doing the exact same thing and getting the grades and the woman, I really doubt that the woman is getting into university and the man is not. I really doubt it. It's whereas the man is actually not put it like let's put 5 women's university grades and 5 men's university grades. And you're gonna tell me it's the women's just because they're doing better. That's not the case though. They're just working harder, I guess. They're smarter. That's my point. Like my thing is that those things, again, women can just fix it. Just do, like, study harder, do what you have to do to get to those places. That's my point. If you put in the work, you're gonna get there. That's my point here. Okay. Whereas, like, I feel like, okay, you're just in okay. But no, whereas I feel like for women, and this is outside of school as well, even in school, like, okay, I'm not even gonna say, I'm not talking about the Western, but just things I've heard in Nigeria as well. And I'm sure it happens a little bit here, but I've never, I won't say that, but I know people in Nigeria, it's like, even going to university as a woman is horrible. Like, professors want to sleep you, want to do it, and you're telling me those women, when they still graduate, is a woman's world. It's crazy, because I'm not saying men don't get that, but the rate of how women get it and men is very different. And women are still going through all that and graduating university, and men are saying it's a woman's world. How? That's all I'm saying. I just don't understand that. Like, how? Like, let's think about things that actually affect our lives, not dating. Because dating, if it's Twitter's 10 standards and you're like, oh, women obviously get to sit down and get everybody's paper. First of all, find your woman that will not do that. That's one. Close Twitter. In the real world, you can really push that away. Like, you can really do that. So I just feel like I don't subscribe to it's a woman's world personally. Okay. I still think it's very much a man's world. just in life, like how many female presidents do you know? And how can you tell me it's a man's world? Look at, sorry, that guy in the, I'm not going to say his name, the US. How are you telling me he's a better candidate just in things they've done than, what's her name? Kamala.
See, the US is a popularity.
I know, but US is one of the biggest, like, most powerful countries, let's be real. So my point is, again, I think when men say this thing of it's a woman's world, it all comes down to dating, which I think really in the real world doesn't matter. You can find somebody that you know that this is what we both want at the same, like, I want a man, if a woman wants a man that does this, she can find a man that is okay with doing that. That's my point. And the same thing for men. Find a woman that, if you want to do 50-50, find a woman that will do that with you. And there's women that will do that. Forget the social media. Like, let's be real, social media is not the real life. So it's like, there is women that will do that. So my thing is, I just feel like, and it's not just you, I've talked to a couple of people, and men always bring it down to dating, which is like, that doesn't really matter in the real world. That's not really affecting your trajectory in life.
So it's more so that, like, for like, I just think that when it comes to like men's world, women's world, like, obviously, like, I get it, like, it might be ignorant for like a man to say like, oh, they don't see it kind of thing, but like, obviously there's like history shows that it's very prevalent and it's very much there still, with obviously like with the pay gaps and everything.
Exactly. That's why, honestly, not to like cut you off, but like, that's why. Anyway, I was just gonna say, that's why I really don't take in what you're saying, because I'm just like, you're not just seeing it, and that's really a lot of men because you're not in it. And that's why that's the issue I find as well. And it's not just, even with race, a lot of white people might not see what black people go through because they're not in it. They'll be like, oh my god, that's not the case, but we know what it is. The same thing with the whole men and women thing. Women know what it is. You guys just are not in it, and you've benefited from the opposite side, so you're like, oh no, you are getting ahead of it. Just because we're moving forward doesn't mean it's the same now. Like, again, if you can think of it, white and black people the same way, like, obviously it's not the same as it was 30 years ago, is it?
No.
Exactly, we are moving forward, but is it, do white in the general, like, what you know of, like, statistics and stuff, do white people get the same exact opportunities as black people? Sorry, the black people get the same exact opportunities as white people?
No.
Exactly. To me, it's the exact same situation. Yes, women are moving forward, and they're way better than it was 30 years ago. Obviously, I'm super, super grateful for that, but it's not the same. We're not in the same. It's not equal.
Okay.
It's not. I just feel that way. But yeah, and it's not just Mr. D. Any man that wants to argue with me about this, like, I just really don't take, unless honestly you bring a valid point, but every time I've really talked to men about it, it's just never valid to me, because like, you guys, again, everything to me boils down to dating, which really doesn't matter to me. Like, that's not really you can just say, I'm not dating this woman, bye. Like, I'm not listening to what that person's saying on that podcast, bye. And to me, and then just shut that off and just be like, I'm not listening to you guys. No. But you can't shut off how you're going to move in your career. Like, if you go to this job versus this, just the exact same thing. Like, let's be real. Like, how many big female CEOs have you seen? How many big female partners have you seen? How many big women are doing? Obviously, I'm not saying women are not doing big things, but compared to the way men are doing it, come on, man. And I think maybe you're thinking of black men. I'm not just saying black men. I'm saying men in general. So I think you're thinking, oh, black men are obviously black men versus white men is very different as well. I never said that, but it's the same thing with black women and white women. I said men in general. I never said black men versus black women. Okay,
but like you're saying men in general. But like, for example, as a black man, like, for even if you think about CEOs, for example, most CEOs are what? White men.
Yeah, but they're still men. I'm confused.
They're still men at the end of the day, but like the way they got to be CEO, they're a white man. What a black man has to go through to be a CEO is completely different, and like, it's hard to understand.
Okay, so the white women too, why are they not there? Are they not both white? Again, I don't understand why you're separating the whole discussion now, because you're saying, oh, black. I never said it's not harder for black men. That's not what I said.
Okay.
I said men in general. Okay. I literally said men in general. Okay. So it's like, you're saying, oh, well, the way black men, okay, but we can say the same thing for white women. It's like, so why are they not in the same position if white women are so, like, they've had obviously a trajectory of life to like boost them from black men or whatever? It's like, why are we not saying why are we not comparing white men and white women? It's the same thing. They're still not at the spot that they're supposed to be at.
Okay.
Because you just said most of these big CEOs, whatever, are white men. They're still men. So exactly, that's my point. Anyways, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. This was I did not plan to have this conversation, but you know what, it's fine. But yeah, I still stand by, like, it's not a woman's world, it's definitely a man's world. But if somebody brings a valid point to me and it makes sense, we'll see. I might take it in, but I still stand by what I said. But yeah, okay, let's move on to Off the Cuff, which is a segment that's not consistent on the show, but I just do whatever I want. Honestly, do you have a dilemma?
How would you plan a proposal? Yeah, that's my dilemma.
What the heck? Who are you planning a proposal for?
I'm joking. It's not.
Because me, I've never thought of. I'm not just thinking of planning a proposal.
I'm joking.
Ever.
I was joking. What's a good dilemma I can give?
Do you not have any on your phone? Because you used to have a couple.
I did have a couple. Give me a second.
Okay, Mr. D is just gonna. I think this episode how long has it been?
54.
Oh yeah, just one dilemma. I don't even know how I was not expecting this episode to be long, but guys, I'm just a talker, a yapper. I don't know. And when I get passionate about stuff, I can talk all day. But yeah.
Would you rather be happy and your partner cheat on you? You might not necessarily know, but they're out here cheating on you. Or would you rather have a loyal partner who you aren't happy with?
That's it?
Yeah, basically, would you be happy?
Okay, so the dilemma was, would you be happy and have a partner that's cheating on you, but you don't know that they're cheating, basically? Mm-hmm. Or would you be happy with your partner? Sorry, don't be happy with your partner, but they're loyal. But my thing is, how can I be happy with you?
Basically, they all your other needs, they do. So, like, anything that you want, they're a provider, they're this, they're that.
But I'm not happy. I don't understand how I won't be happy.
But you are happy because they're doing the things that you want.
But they're cheating. Okay, but the other flip side, how am I happy? So, I'm not happy.
You're not happy, but they're loyal.
Oh, why did that take me so long to figure out? Okay, I'm not happy, but they're loyal. Mm-hmm. So why am I with you if I'm not happy? I'll be single.
Maybe you just had feelings. You know, feelings got there.
Oh, so I mean, I like them in the beginning.
You just liked them in the beginning. And they never cheated on you in the way, but now you lost feelings for them, obviously. And you're unhappy in the relationship.
And then the other one is, I don't know he's cheating.
You don't know he's cheating. You've been happy throughout.
My thing is that when I find out he's cheating, I'll be very unhappy. Or I'll never find out in this life.
Basically, you never find out. Which one would you rather have? So being happy.
Okay, that I never find, like, ever.
Being happy and never finding out that your partner is cheating on you.
But everyone else knows, though. So how, I don't. This dynamic doesn't make sense. Because if everyone else knows, how the heck would I not know? Everyone else knows.
I don't think everyone else knows.
So how is he cheating then? If nobody knows.
Okay.
The person cheating has to know.
Yeah, but select people know, but not everybody knows. So, like, for example, people that know of you probably might know, but like,
and no one tells. Like, I just don't.
They know of you, but they're not close to you. So why would they tell you, kind of thing?
But it will always come out. I don't understand how this makes sense, because it just will come out.
Okay.
Okay, you ask that first.
I don't know.
Because I'm just thinking, like, how can I be?
I rather, actually no. I feel like the loyalty unhappy would probably be. I think that might be maybe one of the like the top pick that most men would pick, because generally, like, even when men are unhappy, they generally stick around. Like, they don't just up and leave.
Why?
I'm being so, like, they just.
Why? If you're not happy, go.
No, they don't do that.
No, I agree with you. Men don't do that. But why? Why don't they do that?
They don't do that.
Because they usually wait for the woman to be like, you know what, I'm not doing this again. Usually, they always want the woman to break up with them. I don't know why. Just break up with her.
No, they're gonna try their best to stick around. Maybe something changes. They're being patient,
No, I know. I agree. But, like, men do that.
So that's why majority of us, even me included, I'll probably pick the loyalty and unhappy.
Interesting. I don't know, because the other option, being happy and he's cheating, but like, how the heck do I not know? Everyone else knows. So you really think the person that doesn't know of me will not tell somebody else, and then will not come back to me? Someone will not message my Instagram and be like, hey, girl.
Okay, how about this? Only one person knows of you.
So he's having an affair.
Only one, basically.
So and it's just that one person. That one person kept their mouth shut. Yeah. Never told anybody ever.
Maybe the person having an affair is also enjoying the time.
And they never told their best friend.
They never told the best friend because they like to keep it a secret.
Honestly, I might choose, but people know that's the thing.
You don't want to be unhappy and loyal?
I don't want to be unhappy. Like, being unhappy sucks.
So you rather be happy?
Because I know the type of person I am. I'm happy, but okay, go. Like, I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy.
You rather him?
I wouldn't rather any. But even in this situation, I have to choose one. Be cheating and I'm happy. Okay.
Wow.
Because that's the situation they gave me. I'm not saying I don't want this to ever be my situation, but it's like, why are you saying, well, so you rather be unhappy and be sulking around just because she's loyal? It makes no sense. That makes no sense. And I think to me, in this situation as well, I don't know he's cheating as well. So everything is all good. So it's like, why would I leave something that's so good? Because
you look like Boo Boo the Fool.
So that one, you said one person, you said one girl.
I was saying one girl knows, but like the girl's friendship circle probably doesn't, like, to them, they don't know you. So
she did tell her, but that's what I was saying.
Okay, but like imagine this, you're having an affair, right? Hypothetically, you're having an affair. You're telling your homegirl, whatever, you're telling them that obviously, like, you met this guy. You're not telling them the name of the guy. You're just saying, you met this guy. He's ready. So
that won't affect me though, because they don't know who I am. You didn't tell them my name or my man's name because you didn't tell the guy's name. So that won't affect me.
Cool. But then one day they see, but they've seen a picture of him. They don't know his name, but they've seen a picture of him. And then they see you the next day, one day they see.
Where do they see?
Wherever they see you, they see him with you.
Where?
Huh?
Where?
Out. Enjoying lunch, enjoying life. They see you, and like, isn't that our friends, man?
I mean, yeah.
And then they confront a friend, and our friends begs them, guys, like
that's the thing. It's very hard to say that I wouldn't know, but in this hypothetical situation, I guess I wouldn't know. But I'll still choose being happy.
You choose being happy?
Yep. I don't want to be unhappy, child.
Okay, but like, think about unhappiness this way. It's not like you're unhappy.
Again, it literally says you're unhappy.
I know, but you had happiness to begin with, and now you're unhappy. Like, what? My sense, this situation is not saying that you can get back happy. It's saying forever be unhappy and have a loyal partner, or forever be happy and have them cheating. You're not coming back from that unhappiness. You're not coming back.
That's what I'm getting.
You won't fight to bring.
Because if that's the case, then sure, I'll choose if I can fight. That means in my situation, I'll find out he's cheating if you can fight to be happy again. Because my situation is forever stay in your happiness.
You want to find out if he's cheating? How would you?
I will find out.
How would you find out?
It's not that
private investigator.
No, it will come back to. I don't even need
AirTag.
to search for it. It will come back to me. Somebody will tell me. So I'm just like, when I find out, I'm okay.
President General. I'm sorry.
But yeah, in this situation, is a forever thing. It's not you can fight to get happy. Is either you're happy with a loyal partner, or you're happy with a cheating partner. And I said I'll be happy with a cheating partner that I don't know is cheating.
That you don't know is cheating.
That's what this is. I don't know.
Very fair, to be honest. Even if,
I don't want to know.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if your girl cheated and any guy would stay with a girl if like the girl cheated or take him back, but like no one knows.
I don't think it's any guy, but a lot of
not any guy, but a lot of guys will.
I mean, but that's even women too. Like I feel like if no one ever finds out, some women will do that.
Yeah, because the problem with cheating, really truly, is because other people found out. It's the pride. Pride gets hurt. People find out, and then.
Yeah, but don't cheat, guys. But it's not good. It's not good, man. But yeah, that's about it. That's this episode of In My Voice. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Listen on Spotify. Like it on Spotify, and I'll catch you guys in my next episode. Bye.